Hello, and welcome back to VEDS. It's day 20, y'all, and I am going to respond to one of Tessa's challenges today to imitate another VEDSy. Yes, I kind of already did this with Alicia, but I'm going to do it now with Jeffery, because I've always enjoyed Jeffery's YouTube favorites series, and I've always kind of played around with the idea of doing that whenever this challenge was issued. So that's what I'm going to do today. I'm going to look at a couple of my YouTube favorites and talk about them. So it's not a direct imitation, but more like James did the other day with this, where I'm imitating the series as a whole. Here we go. I'm going to shuffle. I have like over 500 videos on here, so who knows what we're gonna see.
Look, the bottom line is that we all find ourselves in conversations that we would like to kind of get out of. The question then is how? So here's my whole thought process behind this. I think that there are multiple ways of getting out of a conversation, but there are very few reasons to, alright?
So back in the day, Elliot Morgan used to do all these happy hour videos where he would talk about some type of topic in a mix of kind of sardonic delivery, but also some sincerity driven at the end. He talked quickly, which I enjoyed, and I've always enjoyed his comedy and the way he constructs jokes. Now, why this particular one stuck out to me enough for me to put it on my favorites list, I'm not quite sure why. Possibly because it's about getting out of conversations, and I didn't like talking to people when I was younger. But I'd be curious to go back to these and see how many of them actually hold up. I remember the assertions Elliot making oftentimes didn't matter when it came to whether or not I liked the video, because I was more just interested in his delivery and the way he presented an idea. But this one I genuinely think is still pretty good.
I'm sure, as you're aware, in the financial world it's very important. I've cooked up a little rhyme to help you remember. If you want to live like the uber rich, diversify, you son of a... What is that? Hey, other clone, come here. Look at that! Oh, wow!
This next video is called Table Mystery. It's a 2013 Wheezy Waiter video, and the basic setup is that Corporate Clone is talking about Roth IRAs and financial advice, while some other clones in the background are trying to figure out what's on a table. The cutaway joke going back between these two completely unrelated storylines is really funny. And while the ultimate payoff to the joke isn't exactly that funny, I do find the just general clone humor that makes up the bulk of the video pretty good. Alright, this next one it's a Vlogbrothers video. Google search Harry Potter. Not quite sure. I'm wondering, they used to do those things where they would autofill questions on Google and answer them. I'm wondering if that is it.
So that Google search story, I felt like I had to do it. As soon as I saw the Super Bowl ad, I was like, there's got to be a Harry Potter version of one of these.
So this is a parody of a commercial. But I find this interesting because I apparently enjoyed this enough to put it in my favorites list back, well, 10 years ago, or whenever I watched this video for the first time. But I no longer have the cultural knowledge I need to have to like get the joke. However, that kind of makes me appreciate it more because like it's a cultural artifact from my life now. And I think this next video is also going to be one of them. This is by the channel Pistol Shrimps, which I remember did a lot of like inserting things into movies, and it's from 10 years ago. It's called Gandalf Goes to the World Cup. Let's watch.
You have my bow.
And my axe.
And my vuvuzela.
That's not too far off. Do y'all remember that? Let's see, when was this? 2010? The 2010 World Cup of vuvuzelas were everywhere. They're the big little horn things. They're one of those things that just became really big for such a short period of time, and let's be honest, they have a very annoying sound, so inserting it randomly into scenes of Lord of the Rings is pretty funny. And of course he uses the meme-ified version of the main theme, which of course comes from Taking the Hobbits to Isengard, so it's a mashing up of all the best memes of 2010. So those are some of the older videos that are on my YouTube favorites list. Thank you for indulging me in this challenge and also just trip down memory lane. I will see you back here tomorrow.